Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for part 3, which should hopefully be the final part for the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker spoiler review part 3 video. So I'm going to discuss where I left off at, and yeah, let's continue with this video. Now, uh, I did mention that Rey sees her darker side in this dark place, and they have a lightsaber fight, and then she goes and scares her or whatever, and she falls out. I forgot to mention one more scene in it afterwards. After that happened, she stumbles upon Kylo Ren after she claims this Sith triangle to cube or whatever, and it pretty much falls into the hands of Kylo Ren, and then she says, "Give it to me." Like she is being really forceful and just in anger or whatever. It's like she's giving into the darker side of herself. And it almost looks like it's gonna happen where she might turn to the dark side. It builds that momentum up where you think she's gonna turn to the dark side, and then uh I'll talk about that soon. I don't want to spoil it just yet. Uh but yeah, after that fight scene, and after that, Kylo Ren, or Ben Solo, sees his dad, and Han Solo he sees, and Han Solo's like, just go back to the lighter side, don't do this anymore. And pretty much he just throws his red lightsaber into the ocean, or into the, yeah, kind of ocean. And then he pretty much goes after Rey, because Rey's going after the Emperor in Exegol, where he's at, and he's got a bitch load of starfighters that, or starships or whatever, that are ready to go to war against the rebels. And then Finn and Rey, not Finn and Rey, Finn and Poe and C3PO plus Chewie and BB-8 are back at their rebel base, and they're going to rescue Rey. Afterwards, they find out that Princess Leia passed away or died or whatever. They said she's gone, and then they are saying, "Oh, Poe's gonna be the new commander, and uh, Finn is the general." And pretty much they're like, "Okay, let's go after Rey and rescue her and bring." They don't really rescue her. They go to Exegol to go fight against the Final Order, and then they get into the big fight afterwards, and Lando Calrissian shows up to, like, right when, at the right moment where they mostly needed a rebel alliance to help them out. There was a swarm of them that were coming. Swarm of TIE fighters were coming after the Poe and Finn and all of them, and they were pretty much going after their other rebels guys or whatever, and pretty much most of the rebels were dying in that fight at Exegol. And Rey is going to find the Emperor so she can kill him. And then when she finds the Emperor, she notices, he says, if you kill me, you'll give in to the dark side and become who you truly are. And Ben Solo's actually the one that tries to convince her not to do that. So I'll get to that part in a second. Then the Rebel Alliance comes in and saves the day. And there's like a swarm, like I said, a swarm of Rebel fighters and their Star Destroyers and all that come down and try to save Poe in them. And then they go after the ship that has the communication tower or whatever that they're trying to destroy. And pretty much they figure out who's controlling the communication tower, and it's one of the ships that they have to destroy. And they pretty much do. They win the battle. But before I get to the very ending of this video, Emperor Palpatine uses his force powers, and Ben Solo shows up going after Rey. Before he gets to Rey, Rey's about ready to strike the Emperor. She's trying to strike him. I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry, that she goes back to the planet where before they go to she goes to Exegol. She goes to the planet where Luke Skywalker was at before he died in the last movie. And she tries to throw the lightsaber into the fire when she destroys that TIE fighter ship. And pretty much Luke Skywalker shows up as Ghost Luke Skywalker, as a spirit, and tells Rey, "Why are you doing this?" Pretty much saying, "Oh, you are a dumb motherfucker." But, yeah, to continue where I left off at the Exegol fight, the Emperor uses his force powers while he's fighting Rey and Ben Solo. But before that, I'm sorry if I keep going back and forth with different scenes. Before that, Ben Solo is fighting the Knights of Ren, and he's pretty much losing at the beginning, and then he's miraculously, the lightsaber, Rey does the magic trick and moves the lightsaber to Ben, and Ben can feel the lightsaber, and then he starts attacking the Knights of Ren and kills them all. And then he goes to see Rey, and pretty much they fight the Emperor together, and then he uses his lightning powers, the Emperor does, and he starts regenerating himself, and his fingers come back to normal, and he keeps shocking them, and it's like their life force energy is bringing him back to life, and it really does. And he basically is back, and he strikes a big blast of a lightning strike at all the rebel fighters and all that in their Star Destroyers. And yeah, pretty much after that, after they destroy all the ships and all that, and the communication tower ship, Rey and Ben Solo are working together to defeat the Emperor. Ben gets flown out by the Emperor's powers, and then Rey is like dodging the strike or whatever, the lightning strike that the Emperor is shooting at her, and then she uses both lightsabers and then kills the Emperor after that, and he just like deteriorates into ashes. It's pretty sick the way he goes. But that's pretty much the end of the story. They go back to the rebel base, and yeah, ending. I really thought Rey was going to turn to the dark side in this movie, but I was let down at the fact that she didn't. They builded it up to make you think she was going to turn to the dark side, and then at the end she doesn't and turns to the good side. So she makes a conscious choice to stay on the good side. And then at the very end of the movie, after she goes to that rebel base, she leaves and goes to Tatooine, where Luke Skywalker used to live. And then this lady goes like, "Who are you?" And she sees Luke and Leia as ghosts and all that, as ghost force spirits, and she says, "I'm Rey Skywalker," and it pretty much ends there. That is going to be it for this final part for the spoiler review for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I hope you enjoyed this last part of the spoiler review I had to talk about. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought, your thoughts and opinions on what you thought of The Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was good, but there's other people that think differently. I thought it was good the way they made Rey builded her character up to think she's gonna turn to the dark side. If she did turn to the dark side, it would have been a really good movie then. But she didn't, and that's where got thrown off by it and was like, I don't know if I should like this movie or not. But tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will return to you for the Cats movie review and the Richard Jewell movie review. They actually deleted the Richard Jewell movie review. I don't know why, but I'll probably find it eventually. But thank you for watching this final part for the spoiler review for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.